wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the...
Hey everybody, it's the Coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
On first down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first and 10, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
And they're coming up a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
On second down now, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
4 yards on the dump off at second down. A look there at the defensive starters for the Colts. They played really well in the win last week over the Redskins.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 8 catches, 98 yards, and a score.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing on third down, Watson. Ebron caught left side. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though he completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. Catch made here by Campbell. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 68 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On 1st and 10, Costello. Campbell making the catch. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Costello got a man. It's Ross, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll run here with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's got Fuller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantee.
Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And the Texans scoop it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Ebron with it over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Back to throw, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now it's Mack, draw play. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Big stop.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down. Costello. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. On third down, Costello. Open man is lost, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw is Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. Chad Williams, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Mitchell Trubisky leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who was the star of the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Costello over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Costello into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, Costello. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Costello. It's caught by Randall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Costello. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready.
55. Hey, eat. Don't let him breathe.
On 1st and 10, Costello. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So here are the Texans to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for fielded at the 20. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Costello. He completes this one to Mack. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Second and 1. And this is Randall here over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, it's Mack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Got it. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
To throw on second down. Costello. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. They'll run on first down. Mack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. They'll go again here with Mack. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5. First and 15. To throw is Watson. Operating from the gun. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you hate to admit it, but sometimes in this sport, the determining factor of who wins, who loses, just plain dumb luck.
Yeah, sometimes it turns out that way, does it? If this is basketball, we'd say that was a shooter's bounce, right? In this case, hitting the crossbar and finding its way over. I actually coached in a game where a kid made a 42-yard field goal, which was the extent of his distance, hit the crossbar, fell over for the win. It goes in the other direction. We lose that night.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They run the draw play with Mack. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Costello. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now Watson. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And the Colts coming out now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. 2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. It's Mack. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
70, Indy. 55 to Mike. I'm not ready.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They had to get it away from their end zone somewhat, but still a long way to go.
Had to start somewhere. That's probably the best outcome possible.
Go set. 60 outlaw. Target. Get it.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hook up right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mack off the draw play, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Off play action. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Watson on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Watson now to throw. Ebron caught left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Now Watson throwing on third and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now Indianapolis set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello looking for his running back, and he's got him. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Throwing on first down. Costello. Oh, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. Past the 20. There he goes left side. And this will be a touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on